thing we should all recognize is the importance of labor unions to improve the wages and working conditions of all workers. In places like Colombia and Guatemala, the difference between a strong union and a weak union or no union means the difference between life and death if workers stand up on the job. That's how important a union is. It can mean the difference between life and death. And that's what the issues are that this film focuses on. And this is why we need the support of people all across this country and around the world. The campaign to stop Killer Coke right now, we've gotten Coke kicked off of about 6 college and university campuses. This alone is costing this company tens of millions of dollars in losses, as well as affecting its brand name. We've got many large labor unions, including the California Federation of Teachers, including the International Longshore and Warehouse Union, which was one of the first unions to step up to the plate and say that we're removing all Coke machines and banning all Coke products from our facilities and functions. But we need more campuses, we need more labor unions stepping up and saying that our message to Coke is, you're not welcome. We're removing all your Coke machines and we're banning you from all of our facilities and functions until this situation in Colombia and in Guatemala are resolved. And again, this is the tip of the iceberg, because Coca-Cola is also involved in very serious issues like in Mexico, where we're getting a lot of news just this week. Here we are, May 2010. And big major stories in the press are in Mexico based on what took place at their annual meeting in April. I raised a question at the annual meeting, and part of the question also raised serious issues going on in Mexico. And the serious issues in Mexico involve a 16-year Coke employee who was a top marketing executive for Coca-Cola. He went to Coke because he was being asked to become involved in illegal activity to destroy all competition at the 700,000 mom and pop stores in Mexico, to wipe out all the competition and create a monopoly. And this was illegal, and Coke has paid millions of dollars for doing these kind of things in the past. He had a lot of pressure put on him, and he was finally dismissed from Coca-Cola. So he filed a lawsuit in 2007. I raised the issue, and I raised another issue at the annual meeting, that coming out of this lawsuit is also the allegations that Coca-Cola has cheated illegally Mexican workers out of hundreds of millions of dollars in pay and profit sharing over the last 20 years. It could go over $1 billion. And they've cheated the Mexican government out of millions of dollars in tax revenues. So when the Mexican press just recently became aware that the CEO responded to my question and said that everything you're talking about is dismissed, we have a clean record, nothing is going on in these places you're talking about in Latin America or in Mexico, the Mexican press picked up and says, wait a minute, this CEO of Coca-Cola is either uninformed or he's lying. And the fact is he's lying, because he is informed, because I have copies of all the documents and the letters that this CEO has received on this subject. So he's lying. And the Mexican press now is basically reporting on how this guy, Ray Rogers, who has this campaign to stop Killer Coke, raised this issue. The CEO lied, and he lied about what's happening in Mexico, which is big news. And so, and again, so I think this film, when people see it, they're going to be shocked. And they're going to say, is this an American icon or is this an American criminal? And I can tell you right now, it should be not American icon, but it should be Coke, not Coca-Cola, the American icon. It should be Coca-Cola, the criminal, or it should be Coca-Cola, the convict.